Over the past couple weeks, I've channeled beings from other dimensions, of higher dimensions. And today, I'm going to share what they have taught me and told me with you. Now, if you're new to this channel, welcome in. If you've been with me for a bit, you might say, Jake, what are you getting into now? Well, I've been channeling for a long time now, and now I'm finally willing to start expressing what comes to me. This is something I can't really avoid. It is more so something that I have been called to share and been told numerous times from Spirit that it is my time to share. Over the past 2 weeks, I've had multiple channeling experiences. One of them was a nighttime encounter where I had a light being become me and channel light language through me and give me some messages for us moving forward. The other has been an experience in this chair where I actually filmed the video, but my computer decided to delete it, not sure why, and had a higher dimensional being come and share some things with me about what's happening in the world. And the other was this morning, where I had higher dimensional being come and speak some messages about living from the soul. So I'm going to combine those all together and give those messages to you here today. Towards the end of this video, I will explain really the gist of what all of these messages are saying. And to start with just some information and how this has happened is I will allow myself to get connected with my breath, and I will invite in whatever decides it wants to come through me. I always do this with the best intentions for myself and also for you. And I say that before every experience. I will oftentimes feel something coming up and through in my body. I will feel it in my gut and in my chest. And I'm typically spoken to from my spirit guides. And they will say that we have a message for you. Go to a specific place where you feel safe. So I create that safe space for myself and I go into it because I know that there's a message coming through for you. The first experience was talking about how we are in a dire time. We are in a time within the next 10 years where we are moving into what is called the New Earth. The New Earth is really a higher dimension. And many of us have come down to this planet during this time as we are souls living in a human body, spiritual beings, to go through this higher dimensional shift. We are doing that because as we go through this shift, what we're doing is we're evolving our souls. What is happening on our planet has never happened anywhere before. And so there is this council which comes and speaks to me from this first experience. They are here, you can call them like the Council of Light. They basically dictate everything that happens within our universes, within all these dimensions. And so what they came to me and said is that they are basically watching us. They are watching us as souls during this experience on the earth. And so there are some of us that will move into this new earth and we will go into this higher dimension. Now there are some of us that won't. And what is really going to allow us to move into this higher dimension, we are going from 3D to 5D. And so we've been on a three-dimensional planet. On a three-dimensional planet, we are aware of our emotions and we're aware of our feelings, and we still have karma and we still live from our traumas and things like that. We live from the mind. However, in a fifth dimensional realm, and to touch on a couple more things there, we have jobs, we have careers, we do these things for money. In a fifth dimensional realm, it's not like that at all. We are basically just one, and we experience the oneness together. And so we are in a place where there's a lot of love, there's a lot of harmony, and we're much lighter. In 3D, we're much denser, we're heavier. So that is what we're moving into. And some of us are doing this already. We are experiencing these shifts on the planet, and we can see the polarity that is being had during this time with things like elections and things like war. We're seeing it now more than ever. That is creating the polarity. We're also seeing people stepping deeply into their gifts, deeply into channeling abilities, spiritual gifts, breathwork, all these things. That is the polarity. And so we are in this dire time, and that's what was communicated to me, of us choosing what path do we want to take. do we want to move into this new dimension? And in order to move to that new dimension, we have to allow our hearts to express love, and we have to come together in community and harmony so that we can let go of anything that our bodies are still holding on to. Any karmic debts and things of that nature, any wounds, any traumas, we have to allow ourselves to let those go. And we do that in community. We do that in love by seeing each other. I'm a breathwork facilitator, so I help people release those emotions and stored traumas so that we can move into the higher dimension. You might be a channeler, you might be an energy healer, you might be an artist, you might be a singer, and this is how you help people release and let go of what they've been holding. But now the people have to choose to make the shift. You have to consciously make that decision. I know that for myself, even when it's hard, I am consciously choosing to make this shift. Yes, it is hard. Yes, it causes me to constantly look within and look at myself and do some really deep healing, not only for myself, but for my family too, and for the people around me and my community. And that is what you have to choose to do. You have to choose to be the cycle breaker, to let go of all this karmic debt and what's been passed down to you in your lineage so that you can move into it. That is what your human vessel needs to do to allow your soul to guide you into this new dimension. So that's what really came to me on this first channeling experience. And what has come to me in other ones is that basically all that is happening in our world is there are the elites and there are the dark forces that are trying to take people away from this evolution. If they can keep you in fear, then you will not be able to evolve. There is love and there is fear. If you stay in fear, you are going to be at a lower vibration. You're going to live from guilt and shame and scarcity and all of that, and you'll stay at a lower vibration. And if they can keep you in that, then they will keep you in it. So what's happening with the hurricanes, what's happening with the wars, what's happening with our media, it is all to keep you in this space of fear, of lower vibration. And they know that because they receive their power from keeping you down below and them above. It's a state of control. It's a service to self rather than service to others. That is what we are experiencing. These hurricanes, you can call them, and if you're watching this from afar, they're happening in America. These category 5 hurricanes. It's been shown that the governments and everything might be controlling the weather and controlling things like this. And who knows what's true and what's false. But what happened in the hurricanes in Asheville and North Carolina, the amount of money that the government is giving to them is so low. And the trajectory of the hurricane and where it was taken to, there's lithium and there's things like that our government and these big corporations get so much money from. So we're just seeing where is this control trying to take place? And that's what's been reflected to me. Now, what was really reflected to me this morning was that if we choose to live from a place within our heart, that is what will allow us to evolve and go into this new dimension. We are being asked to live from a place within our heart and our soul. And as we connect deeper with our hearts, we live from a place within our mission, our calling. Our calling is within us. Our body is the seat of our soul. And when we listen to our body, and we listen to how things feel, we listen to our emotions, we evolve with our soul. And we allow our soul to express deeper and express further. And we need to let go of anything that doesn't fully serve us in this time. Anything that is keeping us from evolving spiritually, we have to let go of. So that could be a relationship, that could be an environment, that could be a career. We have to let that go. We give love to it and ultimately allow ourselves to let it go. Give love. This could be a person, this could be a thing, and basically say, I hope that you do your work, but I am going to choose to let this go. And when you do that, you grow, you evolve, you allow your soul to express deeper and evolve more because you're raising to a new vibration. So the gist of all of this is that we are in a time where we need you to step into your gifts and what you've been called to step into. So if it's channeling, if it's art, if it is music, if it is speaking, if it is a podcast, and you've felt the nudges, your spirit guides are here with you to tell you, hey, go do this. And it's time for you to listen. And when you choose that path, I know that for myself, when I choose this path, I just deleted my Instagram of 575,000 people because it didn't align anymore. And I have made massive shifts. I've gotten out of groups. I let go of relationships. And I've made these massive shifts, and then boom, all these amazing experiences are coming into my life. These relationships, these opportunities, connecting with people. I have opportunities now to work with massive music producers to create breathwork meditations, and like all these things are coming as I chose to let go of what didn't serve me anymore. And it's God, source, creator, your spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, being like, hey, you did it. Here you go. Here's this. We're going to align everything. Everything is beautifully orchestrated when you allow yourself to be led and guided and go into your trust and go into your heart. Let this guide you. Let this be with you. You have every single thing that you need inside of yourself. Your body is the seat of your soul. Let that lead you. That is what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video and kind of this new way of me being. And if you would like to see me actually channel and have that on video and have beings and whatever wants to come through and speak to you, let me know down below and I'll start making those videos. So much love to you. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.